What's up, Courtney? What's up, Teresa? What's up, everybody? So the sun should come up. What time is it? 6:05? 6:20, 6:30, 6:20, 6:30. What time is it right now? Ina is asking what is going to happen. What is going to happen is you're going to see the sun rising in between. These are the pylons right here, right in between the pylons, right above the gate. The sun will rise right above the gate in perfect, well, almost perfect alignment. Not quite perfect, but there's been a shift over time, but it'll still be spectacular. We were here yesterday too. There was really nobody here. We were the only ones, and you still get to see pretty much the same effect, very close. But today is the official day, winter solstice. What time? 6:08. So in about 12 minutes or so, we should see it. Right, it used to be perfect, but close enough. Courtney says such a beautiful temple. It is indeed. It's spectacular in the morning when the lights are all glistening off the pylons here. And it'd be pretty amazing to be over at Sekhmet right now, but we're gonna watch the sunrise. It looks like they have some flags down here. I don't know if they're gonna do some dancing, but we want to keep our eyes here to see the sun. What's up, Blue Dog? We appreciate you for sharing with us. You're most welcome. Wasn't easy. I had to get up early in the morning again. That's 2 days in a row. After being up late doing research. And it is a little chilly out here. Here we go, we're about to get started. Yeah, this only happens on the winter solstice, and there's an alignment that takes place from here directly behind me onto the west bank over there, and it aligns so from Hatshepsut's shrine in the back to Hatshepsut's obelisk, and then directly across the Nile River to align with Hatshepsut's temple, Deir el-Bahari, which for the ancient Egyptians was known as Djeser Djeseru, the most sacred of sacreds. It's built juxtaposed against the natural landscape into the mountain, and then just over the mountain behind it is the Valley of the Kings, and there we find the burial, or what would have been a tomb for Hatshepsut, which likely would have extended under the tunnel, but they probably ran into some difficulty, and it takes a turn. But there's an alignment that goes, I mean, it's pretty amazing. It's a bit of an unusual accomplishment for the ancient Egyptians. And what's fascinating, a lot of people don't realize this, you know, many people come here none the wiser. They may know about the alignment, but not realizing that it connects all the way to Hatshepsut's temple. This is something we point out during my esoteric tours of Egypt. We take you to Hatshepsut's shrine in the back and show you how it aligns with the obelisk and talk about the whole alignment. And also amazing, as Karina was pointing out yesterday, not a lot of people realize that, you know, this is all the work of a woman, Hatshepsut, who transgressed from typical tradition, broke, you know, typical protocol. One of the female pharaohs, the great female pharaoh, she's the one that's responsible for this alignment. There is another alignment that takes place at Abu Simbel, but, you know, that's 19th dynasty Ramses. We're talking about Hatshepsut in the 18th dynasty before Ramses. This was the first. She's the one, you know, would have been under her reign. Of course, she had the genius architect, her alleged lover, Senamut, in her court, along with high priests and viziers who were no doubt enlightened. You have some of the most remarkable, sophisticated architecture at that time, Senamut borrowing from the plan of Middle Kingdom Temple by Montu. I'm sorry, not Montu, Mentuhotep. Montu is the deity that preceded Amun here in Thebes. Again, Thebes is the ancient Greek name for Luxor, which is Arabic for fortified palaces. And the ancient Egyptian name of the land here, though, would have been Was. So we're in the ancient land of Was, and it, you know, was originally consecrated to the nome here, the province, the deity of the area was Montu. But around the time the Aries came in the processional cycle, things shift into Amun. And interestingly enough, Amun, whose name means hidden and is the principle that underpins the matrix of our reality of creation, Amun is attributed to the ram. That's why we see the rams on the avenue here of rams. The ram was a symbol of Amun. And these rams are thought to be processional according to the work of R.A. Schwalbe de Lubitz, French hermeticist and alchemist who wrote The Sacred Science, the work that was championed by my mentor, John Anthony West. And so Schwaller thought that this was processional. And it looks like we're about to get started with the ceremony here. Pretty amazing to be able to experience, even in some aspects, some ritual or ceremony in modern times. Clearly not what we would have experienced back in ancient times. It was still fascinating. Yes, excellent quote in the comments from John Anthony West, one of his classic quotes. Yeah, Courtney, it's pretty amazing. I've watched this, you know, I've seen it on the internet, but to actually be here, this is my first year, you know, celebrating the solstice here at Karnak. And now that we live here, it just makes things a lot easier. We were here yesterday. Again, you see similar phenomena, but far less people. There was nobody here yesterday. Karina and I were the first ones, and there was one other small group. We had a clear view. Today, a little different. Today's the actual winter solstice. So, and you can see I'm standing on top of the mound, the hill here, looking down to get the best view. It all starts right here and goes down. I'm standing in the back, and I'm pretty tall. I'm 6'5", so I have a different vantage point than everyone else. It looks like it's starting to come up. I can see the tint. See if I can lock in. Can't adjust the light. Sorry for the shaky cam. I don't have my gimbal with me today. I was just kind of ran out the door and being a little bit lazy this morning, but I hope it's not too shaky. And if any of you are interested in joining us, we will be returning with another tour. Yeah, I think it's a ceremony, Jason. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm waiting to find out. If anyone's interested in joining us in Egypt, I have the Ancient Technology and Symbolism tour this March with Johanna James. And then in September, I'll be hosting Ancient Architects' first ever community adventure. Adept Expeditions and Ancient Architects, Matt Simpson and I are coming together to host the Ancient Architecture and Esoteric Symbolism tour of Egypt. You can learn more about both of those at adeptexpeditions.com. And if anyone's interested in seeing Göbekli Tepe, Karahan Tepe, Derinkuyu, Johanna James and I are co-hosting the tour in October in Turkey to see ancient Turkey and Anatolia. And then if you're interested in exploring the mysteries of the Maya, we also have the Mysteries of the Maya tour coming up in the Yucatan. That will be both my wife Karina Itzcoatl and I. That's always an amazing time. And so right now, if you register for any of these tours at adeptexpeditions.com, you can get the early bird end of year rate. At the end of the year, everything is going to go up, so you can save yourself some money by registering now. Looks like we're about to get started. Yeah, so we tour during the equinox, September and March. We're usually around Kamombo at that time. It looks like it's about to come up soon. You can see again it'll get light, 6:20 or 6:30. We'll see the sun rising soon, but you can already see the color change. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Glad you could all join us for this most auspicious event. What's up? Welcome to the Golden Page. He's probably already got some app measuring everything out in front of us right now, and he'll have a new meme up. What's up, man? Yeah, so a lot of local people here today. Few foreigners, few tourists, but mostly local people, which is nice to see. So the rams have hidden occult anatomy in them. We go into more depth during my Esoteric Egypt tours. The pylons themselves, symbolic. We could sit here and talk about this forever. The Akhet, and also some view as Isis and Osiris, some as Isis and Nebhet. That would require too much time to discuss now. But also, this is what we're about to witness today is symbolically representing the primordial scission, as R.A. Schwalbe-Lubitsch referred to it. It is, esoterically speaking, when the one, undifferentiated consciousness becomes conscious of itself. It's essentially the same principle that is personified by Atum in the Egyptian religion. It's when, one becomes aware and splits into two. The one becomes a two, the two become the many. Those that are familiar with Pythagorean number mysticism, or those of you who have already been on my Egypt trips will know exactly what I'm talking about, but you'll see the sun rising here and it's a split. Of course, the ancient Egyptians had this very deep, profound way of looking at the sunrise, as most ancient cultures. Tracking the sun rising in the east and setting in the west. There was no word in the Egyptian language for death, but you go to the west. So here in the east, you have the houses of life, you have the temples that are consecrated to the gods, manifestation, and here on earth, and then the west is where you would go to transition into the afterlife. You go into the tombs, the Valley of the Kings, the mortuary temples, all on the west bank. So sun rises in the east. Essentially, esoterically speaking, that is potential, unrealized potential, made manifest going to the west. West is attributed to completion or transformation, because that's where you transition into the afterlife. So it's a very special day that we get to see the sun here at Karnak Temple. Enjoy, everyone. Blue Dog is asking who is allowed to join the priesthood. That's a very good question. It would depend on what time. You know, a lot of times people conflate different ideas with Egypt, but you have to consider with ancient Egypt, you're talking about 3,000 years, thousands of years, all different people, throughout time in different parts of the land, ideas and customs change. But for the most part, the priests were part of the initiated elite. Here in Thebes, you had the Amun priesthood. And there were different varying degrees of priests. For example, you had the Wa'eb priest, which were the priests responsible for purification. They would immerse themselves in the sacred lake, which is in that direction. After the sun rises, we'll take you through the temple, perhaps go by the sacred lake. And they would have to ritually bathe and cleanse themselves before coming in and cleansing the temple. On a daily basis, rituals were carried out within the temple. Many of those rituals are what we find depicted on the walls inside the temples. When you look at the reliefs and read the hieroglyphs, they're giving you, it's basically like an instruction manual for the priests. They're giving us the rituals that would take place corresponding to that particular temple. Each temple consecrated to a different nature or cosmological principle, or you could say God. Although the gods are best viewed as Neteru. Nature is a divine principle or aspect of nature or cosmology. In this case, Amun again represents the hidden force. Amun is that which permeates all living things. Amun flows through all of us and everything around us. That's why you have Ramses in the Battle of Kadesh essentially channeling Amun and channeling the power of Amun to lay waste to scores of enemies. And you see that battle depicted on the front of the pylons at the Luxor temple, which is intricately connected to this temple by the Avenue of the Sphinxes. Luxor temple, esoterically speaking, consecrated to man, the temple of man. This temple consecrated to the principle of organic creation. So it's organic creation into man, and the Avenue of the Sphinx is that road between the two. Wat Neter, which means divine road or road of the gods, road of the Neteru. Yes, Teresa, in a sense, it's the birth of Ra. This is the new year, in a sense, but also the birth of Ra on a daily basis, a daily cycle. Ra is reborn because everything is cyclical. The Egyptians had two different concepts of time, which is interesting. A lot of people don't realize this, or we often tend to think with our own Western concepts of what time is. But Egyptians had actually a enduring time, a cyclical time, and sort of a linear time. I should actually probably do a video about that and talk about the two different concepts of time for the ancient Egyptians. Pure Love Ascension, glad you can appreciate it. Thanks for joining us. So the sun should be coming up soon, within the next few minutes. Let's observe with reverence, silently, ceremonially.
التحيات لكم يا من حججتم للصعيد وتطلعتم إلى الأمجاد في الوادي السعيد.
ها هنا يبتدئ التاريخ والكون ولي. ها هنا تجلت القدرة المقدسة التي فرقت بين الماء واليابسة وأبدعت الكون في بضعة أيام. فاستشعروا الرغبة في الواجهة، فذاك مثوى سيد الآلهة. وإلى هنا حج كل فرعون وشاء أن يسجل أثرا له في هذا البيت.
ولقد أضفى عليه كل منهم جديدا بعد جديد، حتى تجاوز كل طارف كل تليد على مدى 20 من القرون المتعاقبة.
وهكذا حفل هذا التيه الساحر بأروع الواجهات والمدارج والساحات، وكانت حراما إلا على فرعون والكهنة.
Anything else?
That's what they wanted to.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Oh, but I don't try.
See the tint changing a little bit in the skyline.
Not so fancy. What is it? I think that the radio is switched off. Or something like that. I was playing for this. This is also working like this. This on Facebook.
Thank you, Kina. Absolutely nothing satanic about that. Absolutely amazing. Leona, I was here yesterday too. I was watching the sunrise here. Maybe we crossed paths. I was here for most of the day yesterday.
May the evening soothe and welcome you, O travelers from Upper Egypt.
You will travel no further because you are come. Here, you are at the beginning of time.
Here was conceived and lived the great week of the creation of the world and the separation of the earth from the waters. You are at the house of the Father.
In this house of the Father Each pharaoh thought of himself as a son and wished to leave his mark upon it.
Each added, superimposed, overdid, outdid, through a span of 20 centuries.
The result is this fabulous labyrinth of facades and passages, esplanades and corridors, perspectives and detours to which only priests and pharaoh had access.
The horse is broken. Someone fall down with the horse. Oh my God. The horse is stuck. We're having breakfast. Eating.
То есть в квадрат стоит.
This music. This is this. Music, yes.
Here it comes.
Okay, it's here now. It was 6. Normally in here it's 6:40 the sunrise. So that's 6:40, so it's in 3 minutes for me it shifts. If it doesn't appear, so you can make it Photoshop, no problem. Yes? Make it Photoshop, no problem. Yeah?
شكلي مش كده؟ يا ضحك اقسم بالله.
I can see it's getting ready. The color, and it's not up yet.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
3 minutes. 3 minutes. Don't judge me this. It's not GPS. It's not my GPS, okay? I got a request from Mr. President.
Yes, Natasha, I got out of bed early again for this. And one more tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll go to Hatshepsut's temple because the alignment actually connects with Hatshepsut's temple today, but one day off we should still see a little bit of the similar effect. So what happens is the sun will illuminate the Holy of Holies at the El Bahari, the Jesaru, the temple of Hatshepsut. We'll go there tomorrow morning. Here it comes.
That's what the reason why my ticket has disappeared. Maybe it's in you, right? You asked me to pay it double. No, you can't. You know that's why you took it.
انت مش شايفني كده؟
What's better, you guys like zoomed in? Or do you like about midway? Or should I zoom all the way out? Let me know in the comments below. I get the cleanest, clearer picture here. But if I zoom in, you can see it a little better. The sun's starting to come up right between the gate. Midway, okay. Here we go. It's coming up. You guys see it? There should we go. Right about there.
Yes, it's amazing. You're so lucky, Yeah. By the way, I think the time is just watching this. You're so lucky. You're so lucky. Wow. Oh my God. This is amazing.
Happy Solstice, everybody. There we go, it's gonna come up above the gate. sake of this moment. So now we're gonna take you to see something that most people aren't even aware of. We're gonna go toward the back of the temple to look at the statue of Hatshepsut, where the sun should be shining upon her right now. Many come here none the wiser to this, but again, this was all the work of a woman, not a male, but a female, the sacred divine principle, Hatshepsut, who will incarnate in human form, Hatshepsut, Taharka. These guys got the best spot, meditating right on the stone. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. As we take you, we're gonna go back behind the Holy of Holies, to the back of the temple, to witness this because this is what the ancients intended for it to be illumined, as well as the statues at Hatshepsut Temple. If you're enjoying this, please do consider giving it a like. Also, not just in the live, but leave a comment under the actual video. This will help signal YouTube's algorithm, which will help me to grow this channel. So if you appreciate the content that I keep bringing you guys here, little things like that can help. Other ways you can help, obviously, by becoming a Patreon supporter. At my Patreon, I have a lot of really cool benefits for Patreon supporters there. And of course, coming on one of my esoteric tours of Egypt also helps. Or any of the tours that we offer at adeptexpeditions.com. Here it is, as seen from the Holy of Holies. Stay with us because you're about to see more. Live stream today from Karnak. It's one of my favorites here. From the Holy of Holies. Now we're going behind the Holy of Holies toward the older parts of Karnak. Right back there, we're looking at the Akhmenu, one of the first mystery schools, centers of the mystery school. I want to be able to get to the statue. So, yeah, I know. We'll go around this way. It's a good thing you have someone who knows the Karnak temple with you.
Yeah, you know.
To take you through all the shortcuts. Here's the Sekhmets that few people know about. There's more than one Sekhmet here at the Chapel of Ptah. There's actually dozens of Sekhmets in Mut, in the precinct of Mut. So right back here, we're looking at the Akhmenu, Tutmosis Festival Hall. And Rosicrucians have the sacred Rosicrucian order, Amorc, ancient order, Rosicrucius, has its sacred history, its lineage, including ancient Egypt, and it was here where Tutmosis and Hatshepsut, co-regent, organized, along with their viziers and priests, organized the mystery schools into a single order. There are many different groups back then. Therapeutai, which was a healing school from Alexandria. All the different mystical sects. Mystery schools were centers of study where initiates would go to learn about universal cosmic laws and principles. So we're just gonna follow Karina here and go up the stairs. We're gonna cut through the stone botanical garden. As you can see, everyone else is on that side. A few people know about this here. Well, they know about this section of Karnak, but they don't realize how the sun has this whole solar theme that takes place here, the effect. Most people are just watching it. The most spectacular power from the other side. Trinity! Left. There she is.
Be careful with these steps when you're kind of expansive. Be careful going down. Просто бьется резкость. Babe, do you see? The
Yeah.
light is still tinting on the statue. The light is still tinting on the statue. So initially, this is what the solstice alignment was supposed to hit. It was the statue of Hatshepsut and Amun.
You can see how it's illuminated. The sun is imbuing the statue, essentially giving it life. Hatshepsut with her divine father Amun. Amun, the underlying principle behind creation, behind the metaphysical makeup of man and woman, our metaphysical matrix of reality, the creative force that permeates through all living things. And you guys have one of the best views right now that few people even know about. Few eyes ever get to see. Most people are up in the front. As you can see, there's nobody here. Just a few people and the keepers and us. A few more people coming.
See the light a little bit more now. So it's coming through right through the gate.
Blue Dog is asking, where is everyone? Few people are back here because few people know about this. The vast majority in front of the temple. But again, it's designed in a way so that the sun would align directly. Look at the gate, amazing. The sun would come beaming down on that statue in the center right back here. See the statue of Hatshepsut and Amun. Raya Pokemon, you're most welcome. Thank you everyone for joining us on this most auspicious day. Stick with us because we'll take you around the temple. We're just gonna watch as the sun goes through the motions. Follow the path of the sun keepers.
Still illuminating. Well, it looks better than yesterday because by the time it showed back yesterday, the sun had already been out full force. But now you could actually see the alignment. And it's so curious that a lot of people actually are just looking at the alignment this way and not noticing that the alignment is supposed to actually affect the statue. And it's strange because they're like, okay, the alignment is Hatshepsut's, but it does hit above the gate of Netanyahu, so technically,
That's later
yeah, I know.
in time. Netanyahu was after Hatshepsut.
Well, yeah, that sped off the gate, so.
They just all followed the alignment.
Yeah, they just all follow each other. Tutmosis, Netanyahu.
Thomas is staying up in midnight in Pennsylvania to watch this. What time is it now? Is it about 7? 6:58 here in Egypt. Yeah, 6:58 a.m. in Egypt. It looks like New Zealand hour. Teresa says Karina is looking very good. Hello, Karina.
Oh, hi.
Want to say hi to YouTube, Trinity? (9 p.m. in California. Hope you guys weren't affected by the earthquake up near Chico. Stick with us, everybody, because we're going to walk through Karnak after this, and you won't want to miss whatever Adept Expeditions and adventures we get into. We are live.
Sun's already moved from the statue.
I remember when I came here, I took a picture sitting in between these two with John Anthony West. My first time here. Shall we join them? Have a seat. Have a view of the sun. So do we have Hatshepsut over here, and is it Amun over here? It's holding the Ankh. This is the view that Amun and Hatshepsut would have. This is what it's all about, really, illuminating this spot right here, as well as the temple on the West Bank. Brilliant, absolutely amazing. The magic of ancient Egypt, magical Egypt. Not magic in the sense of parlor tricks. Really transformational magic in a sense. Magic with a K. Absolutely amazing. I'm watching it both through the camera lens and taking my eyes off the screen and looking in person. And I mean, it's just, you know, I'm sure this is a great experience for everyone watching, and I'm glad that we can facilitate it in this way, but there's truly nothing like actually being here, feeling it in the moment, and really the camera cannot capture what the eyes see. This is I'm awestruck. It's absolutely amazing. It's majestic. And to watch this all happen and take place here, very, very special. We're part of a tradition that goes back thousands of years. An esoteric tradition of builders. And we have the royal seat right here beside Hatshepsut.
Just like she intended.
انا بصوره مضحكه انا كده ليش تعال زين اسمحي بيه بعدين ده لا تعال نروح الاوضه تعال احسن من هنا تعال ليس
Temple of Ramses II. Great Ramses of the 19th dynasty comes after Hatshepsut. Goes on a massive campaign, building spree, some of the largest temples, some of the biggest monuments. Some will say in vain for the glory of it all. However, from an esoteric perspective, we know this was all done by spiritual obligation, all part of a plan that in a way we could say goes back to the primordial, since time immemorial. Put your butt finger in there. No, on the sun. Yeah, in the sky. Yeah, there you go. Press the sky. Lock it. Hold it down. Hold it. Hold it for a minute. Hold on. Sorry guys, I was multitasking, trying to take some photos here in my other hand, so I wasn't paying attention to this one, and camera's probably been wavering all over, but this is it. We're at the extremity of the temple complex now. And again, if you're just logging in, this was all intended for the sun to come through here this way and boom, align with the statue, imbuing the statue with light, giving life to the living stone statues, all considered living. The ancients had more of a view, their ontology, their way of viewing the world was through animism, and that is that the stones themselves, we don't view the stone today as living. When we look at the stone, you know, this isn't alive to us, but in a sense, it's a low vibrational frequency with its own message to tell if we could operate on that frequency. Not living in the sense that we are, but living in the sense that Amun permeates all of this. And so the temples also had life because of the geometries and proportions of the temple. Here at the Karnak temple complex, it's all designed with the Fibonacci sequence in mind. It all corresponds to Fibonacci, where you take the sum of the previous numbers to produce the next in the sequence. And this Fibonacci sequence is inherent, it's in all of nature, it's in all natural things all around us. And those same geometries and proportions are encoded in the temple architecture here. So in a sense, it is alive, it is ongoing. The temple itself is unfinished. In the front of the temple, we have the works from the Nubian era, the short-lived Nubian, when the Nubian pharaohs were reigning, they had their hand in adding to this complex, which was built over time. Over 1,500, 2,000 years of occupation here at the Karnak temple complex. And again, you can't see Karnak in a single day. It's so vast, there's so much to see here. I live here and I come here and spend a lot of time here, and it's just, I can tell you there's just so much to see. And so, I mentioned earlier, Angkor Wat is pretty much, if there wasn't no Angkor Wat in Cambodia, this would likely be the largest temple complex in the world. But Angkor Wat is bigger than, takes up more space than Karnak. So you have the largest temple, you had the largest occupation of priests here, over 30,000 priests, and maybe even more. And it's absolutely amazing. And so it's all intricately connected, with this temple being consecrated to Amun. Mesh. This temple consecrated to Amun, but also esoterically speaking, consecrated to the, or again, he's gonna show me something, which I probably just gonna be, oh, look at this. Probably just some relief in the wall. Let's see. Yeah.
Up here 1 minute.
Oh, okay, 1 minute. I'll wait for you. Oh, go up. Oh, shukran. Yeah, look at Mudbrick. He's gonna let me stand up here for a minute, for 1 minute, probably because he wants some bakshish. Well, oh, this is a cool view. We're on the Mudbrick. Oh, he's telling me down. He's telling me down.
No.
La, police.
No.
Oh, the Galileo man's telling me up.
Up here.
Up. I'm on top of the mud brick wall. Ah. I have permission. It's okay. Amazing. Here's a view you don't typically get to see. I'm on top of the mud brick wall in the back with permission. Amazing. Right back there, Temple of Ptah with the Chapel of Sekhmet. My favorite place here in Karnak. What a spectacular view. I've never been at the top before. Wow. There's a treat few eyes ever see. I've been all over. I like to think I've been all over, but I've actually never climbed up here before. So different vantage point above the Temple of Ramses. Literally beyond the roof here. I sport my New Balance to avoid a narrow path. Amazing. Mashi. بس ما فيش فلوس لا ما فيش فلوس ما فيش شوية فلوس شوية ما فيش فلوس
لا احنا مش عاوزين موجودين ازيك يا مصطفى؟
لا خالد بيقول ما بيجوش.
عبد الخالق وين عبد الخالق؟ What do you think, Karina? Bag away from worker, hotel.
said Mexico. And she was like, same people. And I was like, yeah, same people. Yeah, it's the same.
And this one's upside down. As above, so below. Or just a stone improperly placed upside down by someone who wasn't keen enough to observe the principle is upside down. Or maybe it was intentional. Yeah. You want to head over there now? All right, let's go. You're my ring.
Oh, yeah.
Power Rangers. My ring glows in the dark.
You want me to take them around? Okay, guys. This is my YouTube channel. What Greenstone?
Trinity is now behind the camera.
I don't know what Greenstone is.
I'm officially in front.
Oh, that Greenstone. Blue dog. What?
So we're now gonna head over to my favorite place in all of Karnak. Best kept secret. Not really a secret for those that know, but this is the Temple of Ptah, where you have the Chapel of Sekhmet. Where I had a deeply profound experience that I don't really talk about too much. But I do on my tours. People on my tours know. But we're gonna head over there now. A lot of people have experiences, and I'm not usually one to have these sort of experiences, but a very powerful, profound one when I first came here with John Anthony West. Maybe I'll tell the story someday on YouTube. Maybe I'll make a Sekhmet video, but we're going to see Sekhmet on the winter solstice. Very powerful. What I would say is the most powerful power spot in all of Egypt. More than the Great Pyramids, more than the Sphinx. Very special, on a very special, auspicious day.
A while ago, someone was like, "Hi, Trinity." So, hi. Sekhmet is a major god. Smile. I was just, yes. I love how I respond to all these comments.
You just talk back to them.
Yeah. That's how you respond. Oh, my thing. Oh.
I was gonna get this for you.
Oh.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm a little weird with this around. That was so weird. Trinity, good job, Trinity, yes.
Ladies are probably gonna go second. I know you're better.
You're doing great, Trinity.
Yeah.
So happy for you. Yes, I am.
Trinity's getting questions. Trinity's now conducting a Q&A. If you have any questions for Trinity, now would be the time.
Anyextee, good to see you live. Hello, family from Perth, Australia. From Australia. Thanks for taking us on an adventure. Yes.
They're going to see some.
Wait, what's at Sekhmet?
Sekhmet.
What's it like to live in Egypt? It's very different from America. The culture is different, the food is different, the religion is different. Yeah. Thank you from Scranton, PA. I don't know what that stands for, but thank you. Is there an alignment?
What is it?
Is there an alignment?
No, there's no alignment in Sekhmet. But, well, there is, yeah, every morning there's an aperture in the ceiling, as you know.
I learn the language. I'm not necessarily learning it, but I'm learning it as I go. I'm not like studying it like with notebooks and pens and stuff. I'm like learning words when I need them as I go, you know? Okay, thank you. There's a lot of comments, so it's kind of hard to reply. Thank you for liking.
You be an influx of comments, you can't answer them all.
Sekhmet. Oh, Scranton, Pennsylvania, the United States.
I think this is going to be the end of the road. This is where we're going to kill the camera, folks. Because this is a very sacred space. And we're going to take our private time here. So, and just to respect this spot, we want to approach reverently, silently, ceremonially. And yeah, maybe I'll do a video on Sekhmet in the future. If you'd like to see me do a video on Sekhmet, leave a comment down below. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for joining us. on the winter solstice. If you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon to receive updates. Oh, Ruth, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Ta and Sekhmet, we'll leave an offering for sure. Thank you so much. Bye, guys. Here we come, Sekhmet.